Hey everybody, my name is Eric. Welcome to my garage. What is this? What are we doing in here? To be honest with you, I have no fucking clue. All I know is that I've been having this urge lately and kind of like this nudge inside of me to just want to get in front of the camera and have more authentic, real conversations to try to connect more with people and to share my voice. Because one thing that I feel that is missing from social media lately is authenticity. We're all out there doing our thing on here, carefully curating our feeds, out of fear of judgment and fear of posting something that somebody's not going to like. And also a fear of something that we don't think that we have any position to really post about. So we're afraid of sharing our real, true, authentic selves because we feel trapped inside of this imaginary echo chamber that we've all kind of just stuck ourselves into. And I would like to try to break away from that. So that's what this is. It's just going to be weekly or monthly conversations with me about anything ranging from the environment, sustainability, marketing, photography, life, love, relationships, death, politics. I don't really care to talk about, but I'd actually love to have a challenge and have that open, real dialogue with everybody, especially nowadays because it is such a divisive and hate-filled arena, and maybe it would help to have a conversation about that. But whatever it is for that week, I would like to just show up, sit down, authentically, consciously use my words to just communicate who I am, how I feel, what are my opinions at my core, and kind of break down that digital wall. And hopefully that will encourage the rest of you to also do the same thing. If you're afraid of sharing yourself, if you're afraid of sharing your true self, maybe we can all kind of turn this thing around on here and connect more. I feel like the original intention behind social media was to connect, but we've all kind of lost our way a little bit. To no fault of our own. I have all these nefarious conspiracy theories on why I think social media was created, but I think the true original intention was to connect more with each other. Because as humans, I think we all really just want to show up, to be seen, to be accepted, to be loved, to have compassion for one another, and to really truly connect with each other. So hopefully we can do that here. So yeah, I guess if you guys have suggestions for the next time I come on here, something you want to hear me talk about, I'd be more than happy to hear it. Just send me a DM or a comment, and maybe I'll make a video about that topic next time. But for right now, we'll stick with the theme of social media since this is kind of what this is right now and why I'm doing it, and kind of give my honest, true, authentic self to you guys and how I feel about social media. Social media is awesome, but it's also very detrimental to mental health at the same time. And I know we've all been there, and I'll speak for myself here. I've definitely sat down and had the endless scroll of just comparing myself unconsciously sometimes, not even noticing that I'm doing it, but comparing myself to others, seeing other people living these lives that I wish that I could live, other photographers doing this amazing work, and I question, why can't I be doing this? Why is my work not good enough? Why don't companies reach out to me? Why don't companies respond to me? And I want to live that van life, and I want to go there, and I want to do this. I'm not successful because I'm not doing this. And I have a feeling a lot of us do the same thing. And it sucks, because it really does affect your mental health. You start questioning your worth in society. And I think we all need to kind of step back and see that these are just snippets of people's lives on here. They're just tiny little fractions of a moment that people take and curate and carefully present to the world to, I don't know, sometimes give an image of who they think they are. And sometimes it just gets construed that way. Like, I've definitely built up stories in my head of who I think somebody is based off of their feed, which none of that is true. Myself again as an example, you guys may think that I'm like living this amazing life, like traveling, climbing all the time, shooting, working for all these brands, making tons of money, and just living my best life. But none of that is the truth. None of that is me. I'll be honest with you. I'm unemployed right now. I don't have a job. I get a few photography gigs here and there. I shoot with brands sometimes, but not all the time. I don't have big companies reaching out to me. I've really been trying really hard to just like keep the ball rolling with photography, but it barely even covers like a part-time income. Most of the time, I'm probably like a lot of you. I'm sitting at home, I'm binging on Netflix, I'm looking at my phone, which I should do a lot less of. And some days I'm just sitting there bored to death and sometimes depressed that I'm not like out doing all these amazing things that I wish I could be doing. So that's like the real side, outside of what you see on my social media. And you may have had stories in your head about what you think I was, but none of that is true. And some of that is my fault for how I present myself on there, which is the main reason why I want to have these conversations. Social media can really kind of give us this weird false identification of who we think we are. And sometimes I get caught up in it. Would I like to find more success in photography? Would I like to be out every single day climbing? Would I like to be out living the van life? 100%. But those things just aren't a reality. And I need to tell myself, sometimes I have to have a check-in and be like, this present moment right now, this conversation that we're having, me to this camera to you guys, is really the only true reality there is, and it's the only thing that matters, and it's the only thing that is successful. So the next time that we're on these platforms comparing ourselves to others and identifying what success means, just realize that, in my opinion, success is not job, money, value in society, wife, marriage, all those weird things that society labels as success. Success is like just being aware of this. Breathing. Present moment. Connection. Consciousness. Like, that's success. Realizing that this is the only moment that matters. And that's what success is. And I think if we could all get on these platforms more with an intention and be more mindful when we log on about why we're using it, what we're going to do that day with it, and why we're posting, we can kind of show up a little bit more authentically and also have a better well-being, because we're not just unconsciously on there doing all these things that are just affecting us in the most terrible ways. So that's kind of how I feel about social media, and for myself, I'm trying to take those steps to just be more mindful about how I'm using it, starting with this, having these conversations and these real talks. And honestly, let's start connecting more on here. Hopefully it inspires you guys to kind of wake up and look at your phone and be like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I scrolling right now? Why am I liking some things? Why am I posting this thing? What am I really trying to say? And my light just went out, so that means that this is probably time to end this conversation. So thanks for tuning into this one, and hopefully we can have more conversations in the future. Thank you.